Charlie Kirk was brutally shot during his usual campus tour event in Utah, where he often engaged students in open debates. On September 10, 2025, he was speaking at Utah Valley University in Orem, addressing a crowd of about 3,000 young people. This was part of his American Comeback Tour, where he brought his Prove Me Wrong sessions to campuses across the country. At just 31 years old, Charlie Kirk had already built a national profile as the founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative organization that rallied students and youth around political activism. He was also a husband to his wife, Erika, and a father to their young daughter, a family now left in deep mourning. At around 12:20 in the afternoon, while Kirk was standing on stage and speaking into the microphone, a single gunshot rang out. It came from a rooftop nearly 200 yards away. The bullet struck him in the neck in full view of the massive audience. Panic swept through the crowd as students and supporters screamed and scattered. Security agents rushed to the stage and dragged him away, while police and emergency services scrambled to the scene. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition, and despite efforts by doctors, he later died of his wounds. The governor of Utah quickly condemned the attack, describing it as nothing less than a political assassination. For investigators, the details remain chilling. A person of interest was initially detained but later ruled out. The shooter himself has not yet been identified or captured. Authorities are reviewing security cameras, eyewitness accounts, and physical evidence to track down whoever carried out the strike. Charlie Kirk's killing has sent shockwaves across the United States. To many, he was a bold voice of the conservative movement. To others, a controversial figure. But regardless of where one stood politically, the assassination of a 31-year-old husband and father in broad daylight has shaken the nation. His death has now raised serious questions about the rise of political violence in America, the safety of public figures, and the growing dangers of polarization. What was supposed to be an afternoon of debate and discussion ended in tragedy, leaving behind a grieving family, a fractured political landscape, and a country asking who pulled the trigger and why.